It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Chesapeake Energy Arena in downtown OKC. Tonight, it's the Oklahoma City Thunder. Play host to the Golden State Warriors. Our opening tip won by the Thunder as we get started in OKC. George to Adams. DeMarcus Cousins rejects it. This will get out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. Ferguson. Draymond Green able to recover with the block. Durant across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. Throws it down.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
George against KD. To Adams. Big man, Steven Adams. Missed his first. That one goes.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Curry to bring it up. He'll run the offense. To Durant. Fires the three, and Kevin Durant, all in one motion, hits it off the catch and shoot. How do you neutralize a threat like Kevin Durant?
Well, that weak side defender constantly has to shade Kevin Durant, and that primary defender, you have to funnel KD into help every single possession, contest shots, and hope that you can deter his vision and that he misses.
Steph Curry against the former MVP. Going to launch beyond the arc, and he knocks it down, Jay. He has an uncanny approach to the game.
And did you see that? His eyes are his deadliest weapon. When he steps over half court, when he looks at the rim, that naturally throws the defender off. It makes the defender lean just a little bit. In just that millisecond of you wondering what he's going to do, splash is enough for him to exploit it.
Curry to Durant. Throws it up. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal. They're drive by Westbrook, but a shot stays out. To Durant. He's looking for that touch.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Paul George. Beyond the arc for three. That's off the side of the rim, short. Durant with the basketball up top. 8-2 our score. To Curry. Steph Curry. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
The screen sets him up for 2.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Durant across the timeline. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. Shot from the lane won't go. Long heave from three-quarters court. Shot from three-quarters court is good. He buries it. Who does this guy think he is? Few would take it. He drills it. And that's how the first quarter comes to an end. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. It's Steph at the controls. Nothing going here on that drive. It's Steph for two. Steph Curry. 3 for 3 in this first half.
Too much sauce.
George. Tough matchup against Durant. To Adams. Draymond Green pins it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Durant with the basketball up top. The lead is 11. To Thompson. Green to Thompson. Gets it to go. Didn't have many choices there. Lets it fly.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
George to Westbrook. Nothing going here on that drive. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Russell Westbrook at the line for 2 shots. A career 81% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Warriors have the basketball. Curry to Thompson. Here comes the screen. Klay Thompson here against Ferguson. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Paul George to Westbrook. Paul George, 4-2. Paul George, he's finally on the board. Makes his first shot. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it. Russ at the controls. To George. Here comes the screen. Surveys the floor. It's PG for 2. Paul George. He's 2 for 2 now.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Thompson. Five to shoot for Golden State. Thompson. Short jumper off the mark. George. Man, that was a tough shot.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Thompson.
To number 23, Terrence Ferguson. That's it.
Klay Thompson is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 85% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw.
Just like practice.
Second to 3. Got it. Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. Straight on 3. At the buzzer. That's it for the first half. The Warriors with the lead.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Warriors have built a comfortable lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Golden State Warriors. The Thunder have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Game track. Field goals.
The Oklahoma City Thunder weren't efficient with their shooting, and therefore they weren't effective with their offense. Their field goal percentage is lacking, and it's probably the biggest reason for their first half deficit. The shooting was certainly worst in the opening quarter.
Player of the half.
Steph Curry has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Curry into the front court. The lead stands at 9. To Durant. Thompson to Durant. From the outside, no good.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Russell Westbrook, tough matchup with Draymond Green. On a bad pass, going to be taken away by the Warriors.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Durant to Green. Klay Thompson here against Ferguson. Green to Thompson. Warriors with 4 to shoot. Curry, shot off the mark. Good defense. Russell Westbrook with the rock. George against Klay Thompson. Paul George. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Paul George sends it away. Durant against Adams. Here's a chance from long range, and Kevin Durant unguardable. Hand in his face, he still hits the 3.
Ooh, welcome to the new reality, positionless basketball. Bigs are now PGs with the ability to drain threes.
Paul George, the defense is really going to have to start paying attention. He's 5 for 5 for the field.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
To Durant. Thompson. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Gets it in the left corner. 4-3. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Westbrook into the front court. His club's staring up at an 8-point deficit. Add 2 points to the board.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Golden State at the controls. Durant, defended by Jeremy Grant. Takes stock of the floor. Durant to Thompson. Five to shoot for Golden State. Thompson. Yes, Klay Thompson. He's now 4 for 6. "17-footer at the buzzer." There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. The Warriors with the lead. The Thunder have it to start the 4th quarter, and I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
Russell Westbrook takes aim at Steph Curry. Oh, Russell Westbrook, 3 for 6 now. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body 1 possession at a time. First it's your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
Klay Thompson matched up with Ferguson. To Westbrook. To Paul George. For 3. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Klay Thompson here against Jeremy Grant. Two-point shot for Curry. Not done yet. Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. To George. Westbrook to Paul George. Adams. Durant across the timeline. Up by 6. Thompson. Steph Curry, tough matchup against George. Nothing going here on that drive. Goes to the right side. Green to Curry. They work it down to Cousins. Short jumper won't fall. Westbrook with the basketball. The deficit is 6. George to Westbrook. The Thunder down to 4 on the shot clock. From long range. That won't go. There's the whistle and an intentional foul. Just their first in the final 2 minutes, so no free throws yet. They'll take the ball out of bounds.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
And here's the foul. Right now it's a 2-possession game, so if he hits 1 or 2 of these, it could be all she wrote.
This is why teammates love him. Yeah, that was an aggressive play, but you're also sending a message, setting the tone. You can't half-step on that.
Goes 2 for 2. Now a whistle, and we're going to get a timeout from OKC. It's just their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 more. Westbrook to George. The screen sets him up for two.
Bread and butter, and there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
And here's the foul. Right now it's a two-possession game, so if he hits one or two of these, it could be all she wrote.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
And he connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line.
I'm here. I got ball. Hands up.
Doesn't have the touch. No good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
It's the Warriors who get the victory as they get a good win on the road. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Warriors got the win with a comfortable scoring margin. And of course I've got to mention how many times they scored from beyond the arc. They were so confident with the three ball, and it was instrumental to their success. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Golden State Warriors. The Thunder put up a fight, but didn't get their hands raised at the end. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Game track. 3-point shooting. Player of the game.
Klay Thompson put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in a zone, he just took it to another level. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.